Y'all know before asking my for life. Out there, you guys having a blessed day. Make sure you subscribe to the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Now, CJ So Cool has been acquitted of all child abuse charges by the DA's office. He put out a long, heartfelt message on his Instagram. Let's get right into the video. Ain't gonna waste no time. I'm incredibly grateful to share that the Henderson District Attorney's Office has officially dropped all child abuse charges against me. Let's let that sink in for a minute, because a lot of individuals, when I was coming up and talking about these things and multiple videos saying how you cannot just crucify someone because you so hell bent and fanned out about somebody that you're willing to believe anything. Not to say that you don't take what somebody says into consideration. There are laws put into place for these things so people can, guess what, get charged or be acquitted. You have professionals to do their job. And all these people that was guaranteeing and saying it, if I'm CJ So Cool, I'm suing all y'all. I'm suing all y'all. You never ever say, I'm talking about concrete. You never say that somebody's guilty. You're innocent until proven guilty, but for some reason, in this country that we live in, you're guilty until proven innocent. Now, is there things that transpired that made him look a certain way? Yes, CJ is childish. He doesn't really know how to have that standard for himself to not put himself in predicaments or circumstances that can be questionable. But putting something like this on someone and making it a joke, talking about some, oh yeah, like when what's her name, Julia's talking about some, oh yeah, this little girl finna basically take down your career. Royalty putting out that video was sue the shit out of Royalty. Everything she got on, take it. I'm talking about as a man, you gotta understand, I have a son. I have a father. I have uncles. I have nephews. If this were to happen to somebody in your family, would you want individuals online to be saying this shit? Sometimes you don't think that way. Yes, if I have a daughter as well, but guess what? Let the judicial process do its duty. Put in what you got to put in. Literally insert evidence, but don't just automatically, like, people ain't lied before. Like, women ain't never lied. Like, you never heard of women lying before. Look at Jonathan Majors. After his career took a plummet, look what happened. Everything was dropped. Look at Amber Heard with Johnny Depp. Look at so many people, that football player that could have made it to the NFL, and that woman lied on him. And he was in jail for like what, 15, 20 years. Then when he got out only because he recorded her saying that she lied about it. People have to understand there's so many things in life. Yes, you got predators out there. Yes, you got people out there that do things like that. But you cannot be the one slamming the gavel as if you have every last bit of evidence to crucify someone. That's why the Bible says not bear false witness. That's why I said, look, it's a 50-50 chance. But guess what? Let the judicial process work its way. If it got probable cause, he'll get arrested. If there's any means that they can find. Remember, he's a public figure. You know how many people love to bring down public figures? Do you not know that they love that shit? Especially he's a black man on top of that. Come on now. Yeah. Now check this out. The experience was one of the hardest times of my life, knowing I was innocent didn't stop the fear of my character, my freedom, and my success being taken away. It was devastating. Guess what? It'd be devastating for any person. Because guess what? That stigma stays with you even afterwards. People still gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he did," you know. And it's so dumb because when something like that happened to them in the future, they're gonna be hoping and wishing that somebody didn't say that. They're gonna be hoping and wishing somebody did not say that. The DA's office declined to prosecute because there was no evidence against me. People all talking some video here. Oh, there's some deleted video there. It just makes me laugh. You know how stupid you look? Do you know how dumb you look? Do you know how dumb you look? Do you know how stupid you look riding hard for somebody in the end who's quiet as hell? Who ain't gonna come to your rescue when you get sued? When your channel get taken? I'll tell you, man, it's just sad, bro. Because I have never done such a thing. I provided an enormous amount of evidence. You know what's funny? When you know that you're innocent, you gonna provide the evidence yourself. See, I don't think people understand law. They don't understand the way the courtroom works. But when there's a case, right, you have the ability to submit evidence. You have the ability to submit evidence. And if you can submit an overwhelming amount of evidence that's proving that you did not do this against the person's evidence, their testimony, right? And if they weigh it and they're able to literally go through the motions and be like, in the end, it doesn't seem like there's any significant amount of evidence enough to go ahead and arrest this individual. And people will still stick to that same notion, which is crazy. And I'm relieved that justice was served. But if I'm CJ, sue royalty ass left and right. Sue her ass left and right. If you can take a channel, take it. I know I would. I can't get mad at an individual for doing something like that. Especially you people do not understand the hurt and pain that can cause anyone. I have a son. I'll be damned one day a chick do some shit like that. This situation began after I won 50-50 joint custody of my children in court. I fought for my rights as a father, and I also awarded zero in child support as the judge recognized that we both provide for our children equally. Whether this battle was exhausting, I did it for my kids because nothing will stop me from being the best father I can be. I want to thank everyone who stood by me, believed in me, and never doubted my character as a father and a man. This experience didn't break me, it made me stronger, and I am free of allegations. And most importantly, I know and now the world knows I am innocent. Do you know what's crazy as well? CJ on 32. You gotta think about how foolish you gonna look in the end. Look how foolish a lot of people gonna look in the end. CJ on 32s put that message out there without even doing his own homework because he's so hell bent on trying to get back at somebody. He made himself look like a fool. You look like a fool in the end. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit up here and vouch for anyone who will put out information. And then when somebody's acquitted of those charges, y'all should be online. You should fucking apologize. Be a man and apologize. Be a fucking man and apologize. You got some people out there that's not going to do that. They still going to be hell bent on, oh man, he could have. You know why? Because they don't want to accept reality. That's called delusion. When you do things like that, that's called being delusional. Is there people that get thrown in prison for things they haven't done? Yes, yes, all the time. But has there been people that committed crimes that never got caught because nobody spoke up and said anything? Yes. That don't mean for the people who speak up. 9 times out of 10, when a child speaks us about something, the success rate of a person being charged is very, very high with a child involved. Very high. I don't think people understand law. That is very high. Y'all need to look up the statistics so y'all can understand how the law works. But people don't do it. That's like with this what's that nigga CMR, whatever the case may be, he got arrested, but guess what? He didn't get charged. There wasn't enough evidence to charge him. They did it. They went ahead and they evaluated the evidence because mind you, a lot of people go off of what somebody says at first and they run and somebody will get arrested due to the fact that there's certain things aligned, but then when they actually investigate there's nothing to hold on to. We got to thank God for that type of system because anybody can come out the woodwork and say you did something to them and literally throw you in jail, ruin your life, and then just because they feel like it that day, they just feel like it that day. We got to be careful with this shit. But the man got kids. Lucky he can take care of his children. He provides for his children. At the end of the day, he needs to do better with Kamari. I always says that. Do better with Kamari. Make sure that she's getting the best version of you rather than you taking on new women all the time, bringing around your kids and this and the third. You got a lot of women that do that. You got a lot of single mothers that bring random men around their children all the time. It's just that as a man, I don't think you should do it. You should have a little bit more integrity and honor than that because men are seen as leaders. We're seen as the people that supposed to pave the way. We're not supposed to be having those type of actions. But let me know what you guys think about in the comments about this. I mean, I think this is crazy. I think that a stigma that can stay with you for a long time can be dreadful, and it can cause a lot of harm mentally, spiritually, and it can drive anyone to insanity. But I'm gonna say if I'm CJ though, yeah, sue everybody. Sue everybody who said concrete head on that he did it. That like I'm talking about they didn't even say that as a possibility. They know they said 100% he did it. All right, and I'm up out of there.